Be prepared to give the genotypes for every member of the following pedigree chart. Above is a pedigree of alkaptonuria, an inherited autosomal recessive disorder. The main phenotype of this trait is that urine turns black after a while due to oxidation of acid excreted in the urine. Individuals that are normal should be assigned the genotype big A or big A little a. Individuals with alkaptonuria should be assigned the genotype little a. First of all, pedigrees give us a number of clues. First clue, whenever you see a box, that represents a male. Wherever there is a circle, that represents a female. If there is a horizontal line connecting the two, that represents a marriage line. A vertical line extending down represents a child line. So this first generation, they have 2 offspring, both female. Their youngest daughter, which we know because she is listed second, is married and has 3 children. The very first thing that you're going to want to do in assigning genotypes is to give all of the shaded boxes and circles recessive alleles. Whenever a box or a circle is shaded, that means they have the recessive genes. So we'll start by assigning all of those little a. That means they have alkaptonuria. The next thing you're going to want to do, because all of the unshaded boxes and circles have a dominant trait, that means they have to have at least one dominant allele. So go ahead and give them at least one dominant allele. We're going to figure out that second allele in just a bit. Let's start at the top. In order to figure out the second allele of the original male in this pedigree, we need to look at his offspring. Mom has alkaptonuria, but she's only going to pass on one of the 2 recessive alleles because she only passes on half of her genes in her sex cells. So one of these little a's will come from mom, which means the second recessive allele must come from dad, so he is heterozygous. Looking at her sister, she's going to get that dominant allele from dad, which means she will inherit a recessive allele from mom. The second daughter's husband has an unknown allele. Let's look at their offspring. They have a child with alkaptonuria, which means mom passes one allele, dad must pass the other. The oldest son and middle daughter get their dominant alleles from dad, which means they will inherit a recessive allele from mom. This female here has offspring with alkaptonuria, which means she must be a carrier. If these children have a parent that's afflicted with this particular disorder, that means they're going to inherit a recessive allele. So all of the unafflicted offspring will be carriers of this particular trait.